Okay, so this is my design that I've come up with for my design cycle project for math. Well, as you can see, this is the entrance of the classroom from the hallway on the 5th floor. So a student will walk by here. Just imagine the cursor has a person on it, and so they walk by here and they reach the door of the classroom. And you can see that this door is not like an ordinary door. At first glance, you can see it's a double door, and that it is made of glass. And the second special point about this door is that it's not an ordinary door where you open and close at a pivot point, meaning that you open and close the door and it makes this nice curved semicircle-ish thing. These doors are glass sliding doors, and the sliding movement will be from the outside, so it doesn't take away the space that I might need to use for my design inside. And now we come into the classroom, and at first glance you can see that it doesn't give you a cramped feeling. Although the colors, we can't see it very well because of the shadows, but the walls are actually white, and this big rectangle thing here, it's supposed to be white too, but it's all because of the shadowing. And so we'll be moving to the right. Here you can see this table thing. I call it the computer bar. It was inspired from internet and computer bars from cafes like McDonald's, Starbucks, and that people can go on the internet like in a very small place while doing the same thing. So I would go to McDonald's and I would see people eating and going on the internet at the same time, and they're at this very small little space. And so I kind of use that idea. And so here you can see that there's like a row of laptops, and these represent the number of students that can stand there working. My design has no chairs at all. There's 0 chairs in this design. In my thinking that when I'm working with a small, very limited amount of space, that the more furniture you put in it, the more cramped you feel like you are. So I try to eliminate any actual furniture in this classroom. So I put the tables, which are the bars, on the wall so that there's nothing sticking to the floor. And to eliminate the chair problem, I eliminate the chairs, and in this classroom, students would stand up and work like in any other computer bar or something. And if the students are tired, they can choose to sit on the floor, which will be covered with carpet. Moving on, here is a view of the window. Also, this window is very special, and it's not something you can see at the school at the moment, apart from the LLAC. This window is a French window. I'm not sure if you know what the French window is, but a French window is a window where it covers from the ceiling to the floor, so it's like a full length window glass thing, and it doesn't stop in the middle of the wall and there's concrete at the bottom. It's not like that. So this allows people who visit this classroom to have them feeling of more, to have more space and not feeling cramped because of the big window and the big nice natural view that the school has at that floor of the Aberdeen Harbour. So presuming that we would have a view of the Aberdeen Harbour and trees and buildings, it would give people the feeling that it's bigger. Well, not bigger, but feeling that that you have more space, that you're not feeling as cramped. It's just yeah. Also, this whiteboard will be this window will also be used as a whiteboard, because I have discovered that it is possible to use whiteboard markers and write on these windows and be able to erase afterwards because they are dry erase markers. And so I eliminated the use of the whiteboard at the walls, so I can put these computer bars at the side. I've come across some problems though with this window, that sometimes when the weather's not too great, that there won't be sun and stuff, so then you can see the the words so well. So I was thinking maybe if this design works out, there would be some unfolding piece of I don't know, plastic or something that rolls down, unwinds from the ceiling when needed, when the weather's not so good outside. It winds down and it can use as a backup. I haven't determined whether or not that element is needed in this design, because lights will also be incorporated in this design, although it's not shown on the ceiling. But this classroom is aimed to be using natural sunlight for lighting at all times, and only if necessary the lights will be used. But yeah. This interesting little box right next to the MacBook, you might be wondering what that is. Yeah, ignore that entrance from the hallway thing. That's a typo. It just wouldn't go away. This little box, it doesn't show up very well. It doesn't show up the way I want it to from this angle, but it is a little box that goes in the wall, so that's supposed to be like empty space, and that's a space where there is a plug and students are able to put their MacBook chargers inside, so that the block of the charger, meaning that big little square thing, is inside and all the wires are inside, and only the thin part that is connecting from the block and the MacBook is coming out, so that you don't have any unnecessary wires on the table surface of the computer bar. This is just for concern of neatness and tidiness and of the use of the room.